Hi again and welcome back to our channel. This is Genevieve from the blog gracefullyhome.com. Now that it is officially summer, life here on the farm has been hopping from one thing to the next, mostly spending a lot of our time outdoors. So whether we're in the garden or playing in the creek or on a family road trip, we are trying to slow things down and soak in all that summer has to offer. Lately, I've been getting a lot of requests for a full garden tour, so I will be sharing that today, as well as some of the gardening techniques that we are experimenting with this season, along with some simple meal and snack ideas and a fun trip to a U-Pick farm. One of the main gardening techniques that we are using this year is trying to grow our vegetables more vertically. Our garden is relatively small in comparison to the amount of acreage that we have on our homestead. It was already here when we first bought the property, and we have made updates each year to make it easier for us to grow our own food. One of the ways that we added more vertical space to our garden was by adding these panel arches. My husband had the cattle paneling and also had the metal stakes. So all he did was attach the two with some clips that he had in his workshop. We used the mulch that we already had and planted our cucumbers, our cantaloupe, and our watermelon at the base. They are already vining and they're looking really good. They're starting to flower. Another addition is this pole system that my husband built from lumber that we already had on the farm. I purchased the roller hooks that make it easier to grow indeterminate tomatoes, and they say that it helps maximize the fruit production. So I was all for giving it a try. And this is the version that he came up with to hold those little hooks. I like this version because it is neater and it makes it a lot easier to be able to remove those suckers and see everything that's going on, because it is just kind of going straight up towards the top. I feel that it's easier to even see the hornworms that come out. So far it has been doing really well, and I'm looking forward to hopefully canning some tomatoes this year. Like I mentioned before, our whole farm is a work in progress, so there are some areas where I really would like to change it up, and one of those areas is this little herb garden that we have off of our chicken coop. It does well, but it's so far away from the kitchen and our farmhouse, so I think I'd like to just relocate these closer to the farmhouse. Not sure what that'll look like, but we'll see what happens. During the summer, it feels a little more laid back, even though we have more work outside, but it seems more laid back because our lessons are done. We're not having to do a whole bunch of like appointments or activities that will take us away from just like our family time. So we do things like go to the pool, which is like the public pool. We'll go on trips to visit family. We'll go maybe to the beach if we have the extra funds for that. Or just we take some type of a trip where we're able to get away from the daily chores here on the farm. And I'm always looking for easy recipes. So whether we're here or we're on the go, or even if we're in an Airbnb, we make a lot of our food ourselves. Sometimes it is completely made from scratch, and other times it's almost, I like to call it like semi-homemade. I think there was a lady who had a show on the Food Network where it was semi-homemade. I forget what her name is. But sometimes it really, it still can be healthy. It can be a healthier version of something, just with the very simple and basic ingredients. And I have noticed as I continue to grow in my culinary skills, I am using a lot of the same ingredients, yet I'm producing different flavors in each of these meals and these dishes. One of the main type of combination of vegetables that I use often are carrots, celery, onions, garlic, and then I'll add some bell peppers in there. Sometimes I'll add some mushrooms just to, again, have like a different flavor. Mainly those 3 to 4 ingredients are always in probably a majority of our meals. I found out that there's actually a name for it. It's French. It's called mirepoix. I'm not sure if that's how to actually say it. I took French for like 4 years in high school and then a year in college. But it's kind of neat because they use the same basic ingredients. And I remember growing up where my mom and my grandmother would use those basic ingredients for stew or a soup or some type of favorite like birthday recipe. And you can't go wrong with those ingredients. So I am determined to grow those vegetables in our garden. thank you for watching this video. I hope that it encouraged you to take some time during the summer to enjoy those moments of slowing down and doing things maybe outside of your home and outside of your regular schedule. We don't get these days back, and I know for me as a busy mom and a busy wife, it can be hard during the regular season to get things done or feel like we're being productive. I am one that cannot stay idle for very long, but this summer is a time where we can just enjoy being able to take breaks from the regular activities and chores. So I hope that that encourages you.